are a certain weight and your fat cells, what they don't tell you is when you are somewhat obese, the fat in your body presses up against the veins. So it makes the veins hard to open. So then your heart has to do what?
Work harder.
Work harder. So if your heart has to work harder, it's wearing your heart out. So if you want your heart to have to work normal, how about we release the tension around the veins
Mm.
and then put good stuff inside the blood cells so it can flow through.
Seems like it's supposed
But
to.
if you put all this negative junk in your system, your body has to work harder to get it out. The challenge is, and what they don't tell you, get me any kind of label, food label.
We ain't got no food in
See,
here.
tell them to bring that bag of chips in here.
Robert.
They don't tell you this on purpose, okay? They don't tell
You
you.
got a bag of chips?
It's a bag. Go get a bag of chips from that room over there. Yeah, tell them we're going to give it back. They don't tell you how negatively impacting the food that you're putting in your system is having on your body. The biggest challenge is all that stuff is going in, but all that stuff is not
Doesn't
coming
come
out.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
So on the bag of this bag of chips, you can check on any food item in the United States. You can check this. There are daily values, okay? On the side, it says saturated fat, 5% of your daily value. Daily value, how much saturated fat you should have for the day. Only way to get these numbers, that's a whole other conversation. But you go down to trans fat, they give you a number, cholesterol, 0, sodium, 9%, total carbohydrates. Then they go down to total sugars. Tell me what you see on total sugars.
Less than 1 gram.
Go to total sugars. That's the daily value.
Oh, no percentage.
There's nothing. Here, there's 0% of what it is. Here, they don't tell you what it is.
Because it's a whole bunch of
It's a bunch. But the sugar people have lobbied to take it off because if you look at how much daily value of sugar that is, it's going to be a bunch. You only need, the word need is not a real word, but 1 can of Coke, which I don't drink Coke, that stuff is poison in itself, is enough to sugar for last you the whole week.
That's why the babies is bouncing off the walls.
Very
in the
good.
classroom.
Very
Okay.
good. So what happens is, what's going on, sir? But we can talk what they gonna do. So what happens is, if you put this much sugar in your system, this is all the sugar. This fingernail is all the sugar your whole hand needs. But you go sugar in the morning, sugar at lunch, sugar at night, then sugar when you wake up. Then a sugar snack, then sugar in the morning, then sugar. And look at all this sugar you put in your system, but this is all you needed. Your body gets rid of sugar 7 to 10 days.
I didn't know it took that long.
Take that long. Because it has to process it, break it down, change it, and then get it out your system. But when sugar doesn't go out your system, what does it turn into?
Sugar diabetes.
Sugar turns into what?
Oh gosh.
So when your body can't get that sugar, it turns into fat. And that's how people gain weight. And everything, especially alcohol, turns into sugar. You can even look at a brain. There's a cocaine brain, sugar brain. You look it up right now. Look up cocaine brain, sugar brain. They're the exact same brains. You can't tell the difference.
Really? No.
Number 1 drug in the world is sugar because you get your kids hooked on it at a very young age.
And it's addictive.
Very addictive.
Yeah.
Because when you eat it, it goes to the bloodstream, shoots it up to the brain. The brain is like, man, this is good. Get some more of that.
I'll make a beeline to go get cookies.
You addicted. I've been there. I was addicted. I was a sugar addict. I can admit it now. But I'm reformed.
My cookies.
But understand energy. So when you understand your value, your worth, you understand only positive energy comes in, you don't want to put negative energy inside you, nor do you want to be surrounded with negative energy.
So again, back to the thought, and I use the term loosely brainwashing, if you will.
It's very good. That's exactly what they don't have to wash you no more. They just have to show you enough that you will believe it. You don't believe anything else.
Right.
It's not that you don't believe anything else. You just don't accept anything else.
So we'll eat all the sugar, like you said,
Crush
and then
it.
go to the doctor and
Yep.
get some medicine. Well, we should maybe just stop eating the sugar.
Why don't the doctor say stop eating sugar?
Right.
If you can cut sugar out of your system, and I did it, because I used to be a sugar addict. I stopped cold turkey. I said, what is going on with my hand? Seriously, because my body is craving it.
Right.
And then it's like, what? And my naturopathic doctor said, you want to wean yourself off of it. So once I weaned myself off of it, I was able to get control of it. I was like, you don't want that no more. Because when you go cold turkey, your body goes in a state of shock. That's why heroin addicts always have these challenges, because when they can't get it, the brain's telling their body, if you don't get this heroin, you're going to die. That's what it's telling you. But that's not true, though. That's what I'm saying. All thoughts are true.
Mm.
But if you believe the thought, you make it true.
Ooh.
Hammer don't hurt them.
Let me see what some of the people are saying on my live.
Tell them, Josh. Oh, there she go. I read that part.
Hey, Tanisha. Hey, Krishani. How are y'all? Hey, Toshiba. So,
She got a laptop or a computer I can borrow?
I don't know.
Toshiba.
I don't know. She said, Tanisha says the same with red meat. It takes 3 days to process.
Red meat takes longer. Yeah. Red meat actually okay, so a steak, and I go tell you this, can take up to 5 years to get out your system.
5 years? What?
Because it has to break it down so much.
So, okay, what do you eat?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I have not,
what you eat.
believe it or not, I have not eaten it all today.
Why? Are you not hungry?
No, I had a client and I never eat when I work. Ever, 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 ever. So I have to wait till that's done to go eat. And then I was rushing over here and I said I was going to stop something, but they never done. I try to eat as many vegetables as I can. I eat one restaurant a lot. I don't want to give them no pub. But I'll go and make my meal without the meat.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you don't eat meat at all?
I eat meat sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I had some chicken the other day from this restaurant. It was so good. I feel bad afterwards. But they did a really good job with it. You know, sometimes you get these wings and they whatever. Now, chicken is bad too, though. Oh, chicken is so bad. But yes, but I don't eat a lot of it. I used to crush it. I realized that when you can sustain yourself and you don't really need as much food as you think you do. They tell you to eat 3 times a day. I don't know if that's true because I ain't eat all day.
And you still here.
If you do need water though. You do need to hydrate. You do want to consider putting as much water in your system as possible. But my goal, all I want to eat, really, this is the dream of mine. Smoothies and salads. That's all I want to eat. But my time is so interesting. It's hard sometimes to put that together. Because my sessions
so
be
what about
lasting.
Like meal prep?
I probably should. That take work though. So I'm lazy too. Yeah. Because my session can last up to 10 hours.
How much does that cost?
135 times 10.
And people got that kind of money for one day?
I had a client. She came from New Orleans. She spent 8 hours with me. And then we were done. And I said, we done. She said, I know. I said, if you stay, the clock's still going to run. She said, okay. She just sat there for a whole other hour. I was working.
She rich.
Well, it's just, if you want to be better, the price of being better is not a real price. If you think about it.
Do you take health insurance?
I do now. As a matter of fact, I do. We sure do.
Do you take Aetna?
I don't know which one. Kaiser, I know is one we take for sure. And do we take Aetna? I gotta ask her. Because what's her sister's name? Sylvia?
That's her.
Yeah. 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 But we do all I do all FSA stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Been doing that and people love that. People love that. I got a client right now. She's 67 years old and she can't wait. They think, Josh, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. And people get results. The one thing about me is you are going to feel better. This is a fact. I can't guarantee that you'll be healed. I can't guarantee that, all of the illness that you have will leave. A lot of times it does, though. But I can guarantee you one thing: you will feel better. This is a fact. I don't care what you dealing with.
And that's the goal. I don't think nobody cares if it's gone or not. They just want to feel better.
That's the Josh effect. We're gonna help you feel better.
So let's talk about a little bit about me with grief. What would you say in that regard? And
you are still holding on to grief.
Okay.
Because, and you want to do this now?
I'm pretty transparent with my listeners, so we can dibble a little bit. We got about 10 minutes left on the show.
Okay, so a lot of people who go into therapy go in there because they are looking to save themselves.
Okay.
By doing that, what they're saying is, I'm going to do whatever I can to help you be better, but I'm not taking the time out to help me to get right. So
say that again.
Okay.
I didn't quite catch that.
So let's say you are walking down the street, right? And you need a ride. Okay. I'm driving. I'll give you a ride. I'll see somebody else walking. I'll give them a ride. I'll see somebody else walking. I give them a ride. But what happens? We run out of gas. I didn't take enough time to make sure I had enough gas in the car because I was so busy trying to help all these other people.
Gotcha.
So in the same time of me trying to help these other people, I end up hindering these people because I didn't take the time out to do right by my car in the first place. Gotcha. So I got me driving all these people. I got 5 people in the car now. We run out of gas. So now we all suffer.
Right, stuff like that.
We all got to end up walking like we want to. A lot of people who go into therapy are trying to help people, but they're not taking care of themselves. When a person says, I can relate to what you're going through and I feel your pain, that means that their pain has not been resolved. Because all you're doing is attaching what you have inside of yourself to what they have.
Do you think that we as people like that sometimes?
A lot of people are addicted to that.
Yeah.
Because they think they're helping somebody by feeling their pain. I was talking, I think it was Krishan, he was talking about, or you was talking about, I need a counselor who's lost someone. No, you don't.
I had a young lady say that, and I thought that was pretty profound.
Yeah, but it's
because
unhealthy.
It's relatable.
Yeah, but see, you don't want to relate to someone else's pain. This is tricky.
Well, I hear you. School us.
Because you will find yourself back there again.
Oh, we live in it.
I have so many clients who have been in abusive relationships, and I've been in abusive relationships, but they don't know it. I don't tell them, my ex-wife has some challenges and this, that, and the other. Because I don't want my pain and your pain to be together. My goal is for you to get that stuff out, not for me to give you what I'm dealing with.
Right.
Now it looks like I'm the one that's in a session, but you're the one that's paying me. So if you really are healed from that, you don't have to attach to that pain.
Right.
But some people think that's all that they have. When a person, not to knock anybody, but when you put death on your body where it is will feel that pain. Tattoos. So-and-so died, my daughter died from here to here, and they put that on their body. They think that's healthy by remembering the pain, but all they're doing is having pain on their body because death, you are no longer here. So that part of your body can actually die. When people put on their car, rest in peace, so and so and so. I can't tell you what to do, but it's very unhealthy when that happens because you're not thinking that person in the light, you're thinking that person in the death.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So when you connect with somebody on a death bond or a trauma bond, all you're doing is living in the past because you're focusing on this part instead of looking towards the future.
That's good stuff.
But if you don't want to move on, I get it. I totally get it. And you move on when you're ready. But it's going to be really challenging to move on if all you're doing is focusing on the trauma. If all you're connecting with people is the pain, that's all you have nothing to connect on. Because if all these people die, who are you going to deal with? You're going to be by yourself. Who are you going to connect with?
Right.
So that can be very unhealthy. Because what you're saying is you're not ready to let it go. Having clients who've had people in their family just drop dead. I never tell them to move on.
Mm-hmm.
I never say, you need to get out of there. You need to move on. They've been dead for this long. It's your fault. Move on. You better than that. You got to live.
No.
Ask them questions.
Right, yeah.
And the question I ask is, why do you think you still feel the pain? Do you still want them to be here? And it's a real question. They're like, I don't know, because my life is different now.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still grieving over them as if they're still here.
Mm-hmm.
When you let them go, you will be able to move on. I had a client, she had pictures of her dead grandson everywhere. And I said, is this healthy? She was like, yeah, because it makes me remember him. But I said, when you remember him, what light are you remembering him in? You're not going to forget your grandson.
Right.
You're never going to forget that. And went over there again, half those pictures were gone.
Really? She listened. Good.
Went over there again.
Because sometimes we don't like to listen.
Went over there again. She only had one picture up.
Okay, that's good. Progress. Major
but everything
progress.
changed in her.
Okay.
Because she let that go.
Well, a big let go for me is moving. So where I previously lived, I buried my mother, my grandmother, my husband, and I grieved my car accident. And so I moved. I bought a new house, and I literally left everything there. I didn't take anything. And I want to be clear to people when I shared that it wasn't me trying to stunt, as people will say, or whatever. I needed to let go.
Yeah, but hold tight. You ain't got to give nobody no reason.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You ain't got to.
You're
Man,
right.
forget them people. You ain't got to give them no explanation.
Like when I tell you I didn't take pots and pans, most of my clothes I didn't
Listen,
take. Like I didn't take nothing.
But you realize to yourself, you can't take death into the living.
Right. Yeah.
You realize that.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. When people care, I carry my ashes around. I'm going to keep the ashes close. What are the ashes going to do?
Right.
And then when you knock over the urn, they get mad. They're just ashes now. The energy, the soul of whoever that person was is not in there.
Yeah.
But if that's what you want to deal with, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I don't tell folk what to do.
Right.
I don't tell folk how to grieve. But if you want to be better, like I said, you're going to be better. I just had a girl text me, Josh, I'm ready. Okay, so I'm just getting honest now. It can be very challenging with all the stuff that you're dealing with to get all that stuff out. It's going to come out. It's going to be tough. But when it come out, you're going to feel better. Yeah. But kudos to you for that. And that wasn't easy.
It wasn't, but it was necessary.
You did it.
It was necessary. I had to.
Because you realize you put yourself what?
I don't know. In a bad situation. First.
Okay. You put yourself first.
So it was a whole let go, let God, let all this release.
There it is.
Yeah, it was very necessary.
Plus,
but I felt so good. And I had no regrets about it. And it's perspective. So a lot of people was like, "Oh, how could you leave your clothes? How could you leave this?" And I thought like that at one point, but I had to change my mind.
Okay, so hold up. You didn't have to do nothing. Krishani, tell her. She ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing.
I made a positive decision
Yes,
for
because
myself, because I put me first. And
because
because I would, Josh.
you didn't need to,
I
but
didn't need to. I wanted to.
you wanted to.
And that's what I share when I talk to people about grief, good grief. So looking from it from a positive, not the negative. Remember the good times, not the bad. Half glass half full versus half empty.
The challenge is
Mm-hmm.
the good times thinking is only going to last for a second.
Okay.
Because the bad times are going to hit when that person's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge is, and I think the process can be very healthy,
Mm-hmm.
is that people live in that good times. And I know somebody like this.
Yeah.
Their wife died 9 years ago, maybe 10 now. If you look at the house, nothing has changed.
Mm-hmm.
From the dishes on the table, the silverware, nothing has moved.
Really?
And if one thing moves, that person's going to notice. Oh, what happened here?
Right.
This is how my wife liked it. But your wife been dead for 10, but let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where you go to his cabinet, you'll see some raisin bran that has a date on there.
It's expired. Oh, no.
But we don't judge. Once again, I don't judge. If you're willing to be better, I can help it. That's how you want to live. That's how you want to live. Yeah. So,
Good grief.
Good grief. So, we're going to talk about the thing with Krishani?
Yes. Krishani.
Meal to chew on.
We should have put it on the
Yeah.
thingy.
April the, I don't know. Don't get me wrong.
22nd. It's on my page. It's on my page. So
I got so many dates. I can't remember all of them.
Josh and I are going to be speaking at a summit.
Siobhan gonna be speaking. I'm just gonna be sitting there writing notes and taking notes.
Josh is gonna be doing magic.
I don't do magic.
April 22nd, Krishani said. I thought so. And
thank you, Krishani, with your big old brain.
Lovejoy at 10 a.m.
Yeah, big brain.
And it's going to be a full health and wellness.
It's gonna be amazing.
Mindset conversion, and it's only $25, y'all.
That's what I said. Something like this is like at least $1,000.
The tickets are going to go up to $45 on the first.
Oh, really?
So you have to get your tickets now. That's the early bird special. $25. Go to either of our pages, either my page. Tell them where to find you on social media again.
The Josh Effect ATL. The Josh Effect ATL. Go up there, look at all my stuff. You can book a session right now.
And get your ticket to the summit.
I need to put that. I can put that on there. Thank you for that. I'm gonna put that on there. You can buy a ticket straight from my Instagram page.
Woo-hoo. And then y'all know where to find me, Vonnie in the City.
Vonnie in the City. You need a theme song.
I do. We need to figure out me a theme song, some music.
I just gave you one, but I'm not using. You can't use that one.
Well, we need
talk
one.
to my agent.
I could use Vonnie in the City.
Oh, see. Yeah.
Josh. All right, Josh.
Your city sound like it got 22 people in it. Mine sound like it's a metropolis. Vonnie in the City.
Well, that's why you gotta make mine. Next time you come, you can have a choir with you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good idea.
A bunch of folk, a band.
I like where your brain is
High
going.
School marching band's gonna come into the door with Josh and the choir.
I like where you're looking. I think your brain is massive. I think every idea that's coming out of your brain is a genius one. I like every last one of them. Let me just comment on how vastly I think your brain is fascinating. We need more brains like you. I'm telling the truth.
Oh gosh. What's up next for you, Josh?
Oh my God. So I just did a BBW fashion show last night.
How was it?
Amazing.
Amazing. I know it was.
I did a demonstration. I did something new for the first time and it worked out perfectly. I connected energy. So I'm always pulling stuff out of people. But this time I connected people without them touching. And I pulled the girl number one and girl number three. I didn't touch girl number two, but I connected them. I pulled girl number three and one down, and girl number two came down with them.
What in the world?
It was amazing. One lady got up there and said she had lupus. So she said to my chair, I said, how much time you want? She said, just give me 3 minutes. I said, you sure? She said, okay. I said, prepare yourself.
Hold on tight.
And she was like, oh! She did like this in the chair.
Mm.
She said, will you marry me?
You
She
got
said,
a marriage proposal last
it's
night?
not the first time.
It's not the first.
But when she was like, but I'm married already though. I
She
said,
need two husbands.
that was the first time. She said, oh. And the dude was sitting there. He was like, dude, what is going on with
What
these
did you
women?
do?
I said, it's just energy.
It's magic.
When you have lupus, and anybody who's had lupus, you know how your body can have challenges. All I did was make her not think about those challenges. So we opened up the pathway. I pulled the stuff out first. So now her body is ready to receive. When you have negative spots in your body, negative pain, all you focusing on that. But relax, let the stress go, pull that stuff out. And I said, now I'm going to come back and put the positive in. And when I put the positive in, that's when she went crazy, really waves. She was there because she could feel it. Because when I take the negative out, that spot is empty. When I come back, I put positive energy in. And when you feel it, you're like, what the what? And it goes throughout your entire body. I was at another event last Saturday. I can't even talk about that thing.
Really?
I'm going to do another one. They say, can you come back?
So tell us where we can meet you at events. Tell the people the next upcoming, whatever you
I got an event coming up February 28th. I put it in the thingy.
Okay.
Put your gun down. Put your weapon down.
Send me the flyer and I will
thought
post
I did.
it.
Do I know this person? Oh, Fisk got their own gymnastics team. I went to Fisk. Let me see here real quick. I thought I sent you the flyer. Please forgive me. I know. It's I just did that event with Crystal.
Oh, she's gonna be at my event tomorrow. You should come.
Where's it? What time?
It is at 7 p.m.
Where's it gonna be
at
at?
A private location in Lovejoy, Georgia, and I will share with you off air.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen at this event?
So it is a mixer.
This is it. This is what I'm doing. Hold your weapon. That's what I'm gonna be at.
Weapon?
They talking about it's about gun violence. Oh. And I'm gonna be talking on February 25th. What's the address?
You moved it. Come back.
It's
1148 Franklin Gateway, Marietta, Georgia. Suite C is in Cherry. This is Highlight Studio.
Yes.
It's vendors, foods, media press. It's from 12 to 3 p.m. Come out and join us in the honor of those who lost their lives to gun violence. Yes.
I'm doing a live tomorrow about that because people understand the trauma that gun violence has.
Yes.
The pain and people, I don't have enough time to break this down. But gun violence, when people purchase guns, right? Mm-hmm. When you're in the act of buying a gun, what is your thought of using it for?
Self-defense.
Okay, so when you are thinking of self-defense, who are you planning on using it on?
Whoever impedes on myself.
Okay, so if you live in a certain kind of area, what kind of person do you plan on using your gun on?
Possibly everybody.
So pay attention. If you are in the mindset and you buy a gun to protect yourself, but you say you're in a quote unquote hood, more than likely you're planning on killing another black person. Mm-hmm. So the intent when that gun is bought is to kill someone that looks like you. When you buy a rifle, you plan on using it to kill animals. What is the intent behind why you're purchasing this gun? If you have been in an abusive relationship and you are a woman and they got all of these gun training women everywhere that's pretty dope, they are using it to protect themselves against their ex that used to abuse them. So when you think about that, when the intent on what you're purchasing it for, what do you plan on doing with it? A lot of times there's a specific intent behind what you're going to do with the gun and who you're going to use it on. The majority of people who are killing and black on black crime, which is not a real thing because white people kill more white people than black people do, but I ain't gonna break this down. But when you do that, the intent of what the gun is purchased with all these rap videos and everything else, you're doing it with the intent to harm someone in your community. Mm. That energy is being projected, which causes hate to flow in the atmosphere, which causes you a reason to use that weapon to prove it why you used it in the first place. I know. All I do is bring hammers,
So you don't own a gun?
and I just drop them. Nope.
No.
And I've been in situations where only by the grace of God.
You made it out alive.
But when that happens, you don't reflect back on it. You just act like it's a normal thing. Another thing, and I'm gonna stop. What people want to consider stop saying is, I almost died.
Mm.
That is a lie.
Okay.
I almost died in a car accident. Lie. How you almost died? So instead of saying I almost died in a car accident, just say I had a car accident.
Okay.
Or people say I survived an abusive relationship. How about you just say you was in a bad relationship? Because you will always go back to that pain.
Gotcha.
There's survivor, okay? Then there's the thriver. But before that is what? The victim. Victim, survivor, thriver.
Okay.
A lot of people are between victim and the survivor and victim stage. But so many people are right here in between that victim and survivor stage. The survivor stage is the hardest one to get out of because you wear that as a badge of honor. When you break it down, you really didn't do nothing. God just said, I'm going to give you a chance. That's all he did for me. Man, I could have died at least
11 times.
at least 6.5 times. And all I was doing was walking. One time,
right.
but another time I don't even tell you that story. It was my fault. It was. I got to take the blame for that one.
Okay.
We all human. But yeah, and I help young people do. So yeah, whatever challenges you got, because it's not me doing it.
Who is it, Josh?
Oh, it's all God. I have no superpowers, even though I've been called Jesus a few times. I got dude called me Jesus on Instagram.
Really?
He said, "You Jesus?" I was like, "No." No matter what your past is, no matter what kind of history you have, we don't deal with the people. We deal with the energy. If I'm sitting up here judging you, ain't nothing gonna happen. Right. Because look at me, God dang it. You know some of the things I did. But the past does what? Stay in the past.
Yeah. That's what we need to learn, that we can't take it with us. As much as we try to pack it up and carry it. And
sometimes people feel like that's all they got, though. Yeah. If you think about it. Because you can hold on to your situation for. Have you dated again? Are you dating again?
Yeah.
You in a relationship right now?
I am.
How's it working out?
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Chalk it up as a win, 2 10s.
I know, because a lot of people don't want to after losing a significant other. So.
Well, it's about what they feel about themselves.
Yeah. I felt like it was necessary. That was a part of that let go.
You just wanted to be with somebody else. That's fine. You don't need no excuses. What do you say? How you gonna divorce me on Friday and get married on Saturday?
Because I can. Because I'm a single woman for 24 hours now.
I said I saved my money the whole time I was divorcing you. I knew I was gonna marry you.
I already had my marriage license.
I know somebody that did that. They got divorced on Friday, flew to Cancun, and got married on Sunday. And they was like, "How you gonna do that?" I was like, "With a passport."
That's our time, y'all. It has been a pleasure. You have been amazing per usual, Josh.
Appreciate you.
We got to do this again. You all, you know how to find us each and every Sunday on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. It's your girl, Siobhan Noel, and this is Vonnie in the City. Thank you all. See you guys. Shout out. Terry, how are you, sir?
Yeah.
I'm great. Good to see you.